Yes, man! What the rock?
Recording live from 3. Count them 3 locations.
This is Past the Rock.
I'll have to ask them if that blew their ears up. We'll find out. I am Patrick, and with me this week, as always, are 2 phenomenal men. Caesar, aka LC's.
What? What? No, you blew my ears out, son. What? That was, it's ringing in my ear. I can't hear you, Patrick. What the fuck?
And Jacob, aka Bethke. He's miming that he can't hear me.
Yeah, no, that was back-to-back blasts from my end.
Was it super loud though?
Yeah, both times actually. I think you both hit me with a blast there. Actually, on those.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, shit.
We're back and in full for now. So we're just gonna kick right off. We forgot about March Madness last week, but
Well, there is some March Madness I want to get to, but yeah, I'm not worried about us missing it. I'm not worried about having to pick between none of the teams I've seen, even the good ones, the bad ones. I've seen none.
Started by seeing posts about Texas winning a game.
Well, you know, I kind of got the first thing about all this I saw was Sean Miller throwing up the X and then putting the horns down, but I don't know. Is this real in life? I don't know.
I
think you have to double check these things, and I've brought my Twitter usage down greatly, so I don't know that I don't know if that was real or not. It was propaganda nonetheless.
I'll tell you all something. I've seen exactly like 10 minutes of March Madness, and I was watching St. Louis blow it against Michigan.
Wait, I'm gonna test something here, but Patrick manifested something for this March Madness, and it's really the only story I care about, other than the fact that Texas is still alive, which is as far as they've probably gotten in my lifetime.
Oh, you're talking about Video Game Kid?
Yeah. We can talk during this, right? We're good. Yeah, dude. I'll narrate from the, fuck it. Like, this is how he plays basketball. Wait for it. Well, I think this is his only 2 points of the season, actually. Fun fact. You have to double check on that. Look at it. Fuck it.
It's pretty deep.
I mean, it's pretty funny. The best part is, fuck it. He changed numbers at some point, but that was against North Texas. Fuck it. He's 99 now. I just love. Oh, he plays just like the kids on 2K do.
Oh my god!
Basically, you know what I mean? Just fuck it. Yep.
It's beautiful. This is what the invented for. They're gonna have to create. If you can go to the NBA and even get close to that.
Fuck it. Yeah, no, I don't even worry about the NBA. I think this is fantastic for college basketball. Actually, fuck it. Learned a lot about High Point as well in my limited time online. Apparently, it's a snooty little North Carolina product.
Oh my god! The guy's release is so fast.
Yeah. I mean, it's like he could maybe plan out or play a little bit. There's plenty of roles still for these guys. They'll hide you on defense. You just got to make more shots than you miss, and
you just go out for the end of every year and shoot threes off the inbound.
Fuck it.
How tall is this kid? Do we know?
Even that doesn't matter as much. He seems big enough. If he's 6'3", maybe 6'4". Might be a little shorter, but he looks like decent size.
Oh, I was gonna say maybe he's like Kyle Korver, except he could be this generation's Kyle Korver.
Korver had some serious height. I don't remember this kid's name, if I'm being honest, though.
Is it Trey Anderson?
Yeah, that's possible.
Martin or
Anderson.
Probably not Cameron, so I'm gonna guess Rob Martin.
Just put a High Point white boy. Bet it works. Yeah, Chase Johnston.
Oh, he only got 9 points against Arkansas. Not great.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's not like that's it for the story, maybe, but I still think that's good for college basketball.
Does he?
That makes the casuals a little more interested than we regularly would be, I would say. But Texas Longhorns. Oh, there's one more piece of thing that we need to talk about with March Madness. This fucking thing. the basketball. Do you need to get the basketball? Do you need to get like a video, or do you need to find something else that can help you understand?
Is that the head of old Mavs man?
Honestly, I did. That's yeah. On it, I like that answer. Actually, I think that can be canon. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but this is something. This is a prop that Turner used,
It's
and
horrifying.
it was a part of the thing for a while. Like it would just sit next to Chuck on like a pedestal.
They have like a ball inside it.
I don't know that it. I think it was an all electronic thing because I think it moved. Its mouth moved.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like its eyes. I don't think moved much, but its mouth moved. So yeah, it was strange. It was a choice, as the kids say. But that's it for the March Madness. I think that's about as good as I can give you on it. I don't actually know who's still in it. I don't know.
According, Texas is still alive somehow. Somehow this year's Texas team made it to the Sweet 16, which tells me this tournament is stupid.
Did they make it like? Or they play today? Or
Right.
they have a week off. Yeah, they have that week off.
The Texas women's team's doing great. They're a 1 seed.
Yeah. Well, okay, nice. North Texas men not doing great. I think the ladies have done all right. Did they make the tourney?
You guys in?
Huh?
What tournament are you guys in?
I don't know if they made it either.
There's at least 3 big ones, quote unquote big ones. The NIT, and then there's the other one that I always forget the name of.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. The basketball team is starting to see some big. So Mean Green fall in overtime. What game was this? Against Tulsa? It doesn't look like they've played since the 13th. So I don't know. Wasn't a great season for the Mean Green men, but thought the women were breaking ground. Either way, continue to ride. We both have Mean Green. Caesar's got Mean Green walls.
I got Mean Green shirt right now.
Oh, he's got the Mean Green shirt on. I've got look at that. It's triple Mean Green right here.
I've got flags, yeah.
Yeah. So,
congratulations, Jashawn and Reese, on earning academic all-district honors.
I just saw that. Yeah, so I don't know what's happening with them. I do know that we have a bit of a preview to get to this week, I would say. We can bring the champion. We'll talk about the champion later with college basketball, but this weekend is something else too. For
most I think about it, unless all of a sudden Texas ends up in the Final Four, but
we'll see. Yeah, well, maybe it'll be fun. I'm sure there's some NBA guys maybe still alive, but
yeah, and then I guess that means we are shifting into C's ball. C's ball. Wait.
All right, guys.
Did you forget about?
At least 2 quarterbacks who won the number 4.
Did you forget about what's on your hat?
No, I changed stuff around.
I
Shit. This was done in post.
Okay, yeah, I thought y'all heard me talk about this before. It's okay. But we can start with the really small news about the flag football tournament, which is funny for so many reasons.
Yes.
So we had this flag football tournament with Team USA flag football versus 3 teams made up of mostly some NFL guys. There's a team that's got a lot of celebrities on it. I don't know what was going on there.
I do. No, I don't actually, but
yeah. It was supposed to be played in Saudi Arabia, and then because of everything, they went ahead and moved that to somewhere. I'm guessing.
I'm dying. This is the first time I realized that they had to move it. I thought they on my brain. I was like, no, they're protected.
Nope.
This is what rich people do.
And we saw what I, for one, definitely know when I go back and find the tape was telling everyone was going to happen was Team USA flag football just kicked the shit out of the NFL players, which doesn't mean later on the NFL players might not figure it out, but they weren't ready because they never played the game before.
Wait, so what is this? Caesar, explain me this.
Bullshit. A lot of bullshit. I don't know, man. Jalen Hurts doesn't know what he's doing in flag football. None of these guys do.
This is all I know about what happened is that Jake Paul or Logan Paul or whichever Paul sacked Jalen Hurts.
The Paul brothers are unfortunately actually pretty athletic, especially Logan. If you have the unfortunate pleasure of watching them wrestle, you can see that there is a natural born athlete there. He just sucks as a person.
I think the biggest highlight of actual football was Tom Brady avoiding a sack and throwing a dime into the corner of the end zone. Because Tom Brady played quarterback, if you didn't know.
But did he? So he played. Yeah, I did actually see the Brady throw. But what was his involvement in this? Was he just all-time quarterback, except for I guess Jalen Hurts played?
No, there was
How
four
many games were there.
There were 4 teams.
Oh, and like a little mini tournament.
NFL teams, the Team USA team, and then this like weird celebrity thing going on.
Oh, I see.
I had like Logan Paul, I Show Speed, some other guys.
I saw.
Speed showed that he has speed.
I saw Speed was running with which receiver?
Devonta Smith. He was running stride for stride with him.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know it was an Eagle, but that was a nice little double shot for me. Yeah, I mean that's cool.
If the Olympics were to start today, I don't know if anyone in the NFL would be allowed to play, but maybe some of them will want to bad enough to actually learn what the game is.
If I was those guys, I would feel like there's at least one player I can leverage, like a Bijan Robinson or something.
There's like the difference really is like to play NFL at that level, you have to be in the willing to hit someone mode that just doesn't exist in flag football. So it's just an entirely different approach.
So I want a receiver is what you're telling me.
No, because even they're like,
yeah,
they're trying to be physical in ways you can't be in flag football. So you just need a fast as fuck tall guy.
Damn. So Randy Moss would have definitely.
Everyone played on that football team. Probably played some. I would assume they played like some level of college football, but they're just athletes who aren't specifically like big.
They played flag football, college football.
I bet a lot of them played regular football. They just weren't. They weren't good enough at the physical part of the game outside of running.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they were just all quarterbacks throughout school until they got to college, and they were ATHs.
Yeah. But I just thought it was funny. They got their asses kicked, and so we haven't heard much response from any of those guys that went out and played and got their ass kicked.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I didn't even know that they lost. I really just kind of saw these. I saw these, random highlights. I didn't understand what was happening. I was like, cool, money maker. I know that we're highlighting this as the first time. But Jalen Hurts isn't going to be the quarterback for Team USA, unfortunately. Yeah. And so, wait, the guy who was talking all that shit, he ended up being good, right?
He wasn't really talking shit, but yes, he was very good.
I mean, he stood his ground.
He just shouldn't expect to come in and all.
He was stood his ground.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that's that. And so then, Caesar, what do we have in the NFL this week?
All right. I can tell that I'm a little bit on a lag here, but bear with me, guys, because there's not that much going on right now this week. First things
we look like
first,
we're kicking balls.
We got to get the jokes out the way. The man with huge chompers, right? There's nothing behind the eyes. The light bulb's not on. He is speedrunning CTE. That's right. Your favorite Rams wide receiver, Puka Nacua, is out here fighting
Rams
people.
Content.
And saying some anti-Semitic shit, allegedly. So he is being sued by a Los Angeles woman for what is being said as assault and battery, making an anti-Semitic statement and then biting her so hard that it broke the skin. Now, the defense is saying that didn't happen and the bites were just horseplay. What are we talking about here? That doesn't sound like, if you told me that he said something anti-Semitic, I would believe you. I would just probably think he said it in a way that he's not like actually anti-Semitic. He's more like just an idiot that's repeating something that he probably got from Aiden Ross or some shit.
Yeah, he's even if he, I mean, he's just not he's not an intellectual, as some might say. Is basically what I can tell about Puka Nacua at this point.
He was not all academic, whatever conference he played in college.
Did he drop a little bit in the draft because people realized that he was a little, because wasn't he? He's been really good since he got in the league, but he wasn't drafted. Right?
Yeah, I mean, he was just okay in college, just from what I could tell, just based on the numbers. I didn't watch a lot of BYU football. I don't think anybody really
Is
does.
this a Cam Newton?
No, I don't know if this is a Cam
Well, I guess
Newton.
Cam ended up having obviously a really good Auburn career, but he got into all the fuck shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
This is a funny
I think
one.
he just was not very fast, but it doesn't matter because he's just good at getting open. I don't know.
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens here. And you know what? If the Rams knew about this ahead of time, or they're kind of like, oh man, that CTE is really catching up to him, it would make sense why I've heard, 3 weeks ago, rumors of the Rams being interested in AJ Brown. Like, we can deal with AJ Brown. An idiot that likes to bite people. That's hard.
It's CTE versus ACL.
I mean, pick your poison, I guess, on that one. Now, speaking of wide receivers, though, in the NFC West, guys, the market has been reset on what it means to have a top-paid wide receiver. Jackson Smith and Jigba agreed to a 4-year, $168.6 million contract extension that makes him the highest-paid receiver ever. Okay? This deal averages $42.15 million per year. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. I get the wide receiver position is important, but man, oh man, that's a lot of money.
I think that is in the business what they call thank you for your services, no matter what. And that's fair.
For sure.
I mean, yeah. What was the guarantee on that?
Let me see. Let me pull up the guarantees. I believe. Hold on. Oh shit! This report does not have the guarantees listed on there. Yeah, no, I don't have the guarantee right in front of me. I can look
fully
it up in
guaranteed.
A second.
Looks like $69 million guaranteed.
Oh,
nice.
No, that's just
nice. That was. I wonder if that was intentional.
Then there's 20 and 30 available through 2028. It's confusing. There's like option bonuses that are guaranteed. But as far as cap hit, he's going to bump up in his cap hit's really low for 2 more years, and then he becomes 10% of the cap in 28. So they'll still rework that down.
Nice. Yeah, money in the NFL.
Yeah, it'll
funny.
be, I'm yeah, it is. And now it makes me wonder who's up next for a contract extension, because the market keeps getting reset, and it's going to keep going higher and higher, obviously. And I just wonder at what point do NFL owners say,
I don't think they have to pay Pickens.
I don't know
as
about
much.
this one, buddy.
I don't think the Pickens thing matters as much for this number because the player's clearly above.
It raises the cap hit though, like the what do you call it? The tag, by raising the average.
Oh yeah, well the tag, I guess, yeah, but they're not. I don't think they're going to tag us. They could tag a second year, but I think they're probably just going to.
That one's
pay
crazy.
George Pickens.
Have you ever looked at the penalties on the second year tag? It's like 120% of whatever the average.
I think I learned about that when they were trying to deal with Zeke. Or yeah, there has been a past Cowboys transgressions.
But man, if someone's willing to give it, you might as well take that money, I guess.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts.
Now, I prefaced what I said, or I said what I said about the owners thing, because guys, it seems like the owners have an inside man in the NFLPA. Now, this was a story that was broken earlier in, I believe, last year. I think we talked about this extensively. Went on Probably Tory Finds Out. They were talking about some of the shit that was going on in the NFLPA. And there being a whole scandal and everything. And now it seems, guys, that we have a new, I think they have a new president now in the as I heard, and he had a lot to do behind the scenes.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I'm just dying at this.
Not great.
JC Treader. Yeah, he used to play.
Yeah, not great. Yeah, so JC Treader, sorry. But like, listen, listen to this this succession that's going on within the NFLPA. It just lets me know that the NFL's Players Association is just fucked. There's no fixing this. There is nothing that is going to fix the NFL Players Association. It's too much dysfunction. Too many people have their own agendas. But it is interesting now that we have a new president, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, it's
especially with their executive director search.
It's just expect Roger Goodell and the owners to act without impunity as far as it goes. I mean, the players have been paid off to some extent, probably less than they deserve, but yeah, I mean, this is just not exactly how it's supposed to work, but this is how it's working, apparently.
It is, and yep, and we'll see. I think it'll be interesting how other player unions rather handle their upcoming collective bargaining agreements. Not that the NFL ever, whether the NFL's players or owners ever really pay attention to that shit, because they don't really have to. But there is the threat of an MLB lockout in the future. That's the strongest union in sports. So listen, I just wanted to see these. I just want to see the players win and get what they're supposed to get paid, but they just spike themselves constantly. So yeah, very interesting. And last bit of news though, guys. Lavonte David, longtime Pro Bowl, All-Pro, Tampa Bay Buccaneer, has called it a career. 14 seasons
I'm old, dude.
With one team. He's had it.
Wait, he played that long?
Yeah.
14 seasons. That's right.
2012.
We were in college when he was in a rookie.
Dude. I mean, good for his bag and all that shit. Maybe not good for his back, but maybe that's where year 12 is the right call.
Year 14, actually.
14. Okay. Yeah. Sorry. 14. Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. 14 years as a starting linebacker has got to do some crazy numbers on the neck and back. But yeah, man, he's had a heck of a career. He's put up some great numbers, and who knows? Maybe he finds himself in the Hall of Fame one day. I don't remember how many All Pros he made. I assume he made a decent number of All Pros. But yeah, man, he was a great linebacker. Always wish to have had a guy like that in his prime play for my team, but yeah,
I think he's one of the most synonymous players with Bucks.
One team his entire career. You don't see a whole ton of that. So,
he is
this is Lavonte David,
9-figure earner in the NFL. So he got over $100 million.
He's a what?
He got over $100 million.
Okay. Nice. Can't relate.
Yeah, no,
it's crazy. He ever made in 1 year is only 12.5, but there's other years like, dude, he only got paid 1.3 as a rookie, and then he was making under $1 million his next 2 years.
Oh yeah, they know how to do it. Keep those rookie contracts cheap.
He was only a second round pick. That's why.
Was this prior to them?
Late second.
Because this is after Bradford, right?
2012. Yeah.
Or wait, no, Bradford wasn't. Who was the last?
Yeah.
He was the last of the rookie, the overpaid rookie deals, yeah.
I thought it was a lineman. Wasn't there a Baylor tackle that got it, or guard or somebody?
Class would have been
No,
09?
whatever it was. No, because 09 was the Bradford
no, because
got hurt that year playing in Oklahoma.
was it? Oh, you
So
mean
what-
Jason Smith?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of dead air.
How about? Yeah, no. I'm on such a bad lag, guys. I can't. Yeah,
I thought you were about
I
to say
hear my echo through one of y'all,
oh man.
and I'm like, how many
Yeah.
seconds behind am I right now? It's crazy.
fairly. But it's okay. We got to talk about Jalen Hurts and the boys.
Just a wee bit. All right. Well, yeah. That's all I got for the news and notes in the CTE ball. The closer that we get to the draft, the more that we have to talk about, and the closer we get to the draft. Not just that. Oh yeah. The more ridiculous takes that we can dissect and go over. Dan Orlovsky, I see you standing for what's his name from Alabama,
Yeah. Oh wait,
Ty
explain
Simpson.
that to me.
buddy. That's a weird hill to die on.
Wait,
Okay,
explain
so
that.
essentially, this guy is saying. So what I've seen Dan Orlovsky say is that Ty Simpson is a better value at the later stages of the first round than Fernando Mendoza is as the number 1 overall pick.
Oh,
Now,
see, they always
There's
gotta
many
do the take
reasons
shit.
why. Yeah. So what people focus on is just him allegedly, or supposedly framing it the way that Ty Simpson's a better prospect than Fernando Mendoza, which I think is a load of horseshit. Personally, you have a guy who didn't even play a full 15 games of healthy football in Ty Simpson versus a guy who has like 2.5 seasons worth of starts in Fernando Mendoza and played at the highest level of competition and won, right, a national title. And so this you just see Dan Orlovsky doubling down on his take because you got to generate interest, right? You got to generate interest in the draft, try to create some buzz, and that's all this is. That's all this ever is.
Well,
because there's
the
such
mouse
a
demands
long gap. Exactly, there's such a long gap between the NFL Combine and draft day. We should shorten this shit. We really should. It's unnecessary. But
Is it
the NFL media machine doesn't like that.
is it on par with this?
No, nothing good. I don't think anything can be on par with that. Not a shot, brother. Not a shot.
Oh, Big Park. Oh, god damn it. Incredible stuff. So
only
yeah,
Dan Orlovsky as he ran out of the back of the end zone.
and he's made a career out of being like more or less the Skip Bayless who played quarterback.
No, because there's times where he is the adult in the room. Whenever I do catch any of their conversations, but he does get dragged down into the dirt with the rest of them from time to time, like this.
Well, you have to feed the mouse. You have to feed the mouse. And if it doesn't get its clicks, it will destroy you and your family.
That is true. 100%. Yep. All right. Well, that's all I got for a CTE ball, fellas. Until next week, we're gonna pass this rock along.
Wow. It is that time of year again. And we're not doing a big theatrical production on this as we might have done probably in 2024. But it is opening day, Major League Baseball.
Today?
Oh,
Technically, yes, the Yankees and Giants, I think, are playing right now as we record night one, and then everybody else plays tomorrow,
Think they're better than us?
including our Texas Rangers. We were supposed to be playing at like 1:00 tomorrow in Philadelphia, but I also think there's a good chance that gets rained out if I saw the reports correctly. So we'll see.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow noon, noon 1. I can't remember if it's 1 Eastern or 1 Central that I saw, but somewhere around there. But yeah, so Nate Eovaldi taking the mound, opening day starter. We got the news in the last week that Kumar Rocker is going to be the 5th starter out the gate, and that Andrew McCutchen is going to be on the opening day roster. So I assume that means he's DHing. I can't imagine they're throwing him out in the outfield, but
Well, I need to show you. You know, there's a lot being said about your Texas Rangers, our Texas Rangers right now. In fact, actually, I meant to wear the jersey today and I forgot.
it's fine. They gotta earn it back.
But we need to talk about this. Oh no, that's not where I meant to put it.
You put it in real quick.
Well, you switched me the funny thing on me, man. I was like, all right, great. All right, so
Yeah, look, that's why I know.
Wow. Okay.
A severe lack of melatonin in the lineup.
Melatonin.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Melanin.
Melanin. Damn it. That's a bad one.
It's a good one, actually. I think that makes it better.
Melanin on the team. And what are you going to do about it? I don't know.
I mean, if you follow some of the logic of sports fans, like, football players often talk about the differences they prefer in their offensive linemen. So, maybe there's an argument here. You also have, like, some of these guys are feeling like, they're happy about their tax situation. They're like, hey, the world's just going right again. That's really the thing I think is most important. Yeah, there's some wars, and yeah, people are broke, but like, I think things are going right again.
I think even their point is things would be they're still like no matter what, they're so happy. It's like things would be going right, but they won't let him do it right.
Yeah, exactly. No. Sometimes I think you should just double down and it's just always no, it's good. What do you mean? It's good. It's good. It's good. It's great.
But yeah, I don't know enough about the farm system and the scouting department to know maybe they just don't focus their time as much on some of the international scouting. I don't know. I
think that's the alarming part is that in modern baseball, this doesn't feel actually like it's that.
But I mean, if you look at the top of our farm system, we've got Walcott, we got Osuna, Teedo, like, they're all there.
So you're saying this is a happy accident? Let's look at it.
I know.
Let's say, I think I could make that argument. You needed cheap free agent options to make it better. So you get Berger and Nemo. Josh Smith emerges. You have to take advantage of it. Evan Carter emerges. You have to take advantage of it. Seager, Young, and Langford would be on any roster given the way they came into those teams. And then Danny Jansen's a cheap guy. I mean,
the Simeon for Nemo trade doesn't help.
But it's funny though because I think that if you look at the full roster, which actually I do have,
it also doesn't help when you erect a statue of an actual historically known Texas Ranger. There's a lot of,
or when you let your city, who part of this is DFW, which means the D stands for Dallas. Dallas is known for a few things, not a lot. JFK. You got barbecue. That's cool. That's kind of a lot of Texas. The neighborhood is kind of a significant part of the culture of Dallas, and so not having pride is kind of like
it's a choice.
It's one of the few things people like kind of know about Dallas is that
sports wise for sure.
And then the sports thing is different, but even just the city of Dallas, like they understand there's a nice.
Oh, I thought you meant that they knew that the Rangers didn't have one.
Yeah, well, no, that, yeah, but all jokes aside, back on the melanin of the situation here, this didn't help, but it's words on the screen.
Being honest,
if you read some of that, which in that context you shouldn't. But if you find the opening day roster, there's almost all of the reserves are not white dudes. So it is funny. Like there's plenty of. It's just. Does Higgy count?
I don't even.
We got Duran.
Higashioka.
We got obviously McCutcheon now, so that's good. Forgot Jock still on this fucking team. That didn't help.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, Robert Garcia. Yeah, dude. And I am glad we have Robert Garcia back. I'm investing back into Robert Garcia, actually.
Kumar Rocker set to have a great year.
I'm excited about that. Yeah, that's pretty Caucasian baseball team. I ain't gonna lie.
It is.
But
the league itself is like on 60% white players, so we are a little bit skewing on the closer to 90% side there.
Yeah, I think that's above 90. I think I can clearly look at that list and see it's above 90.
But as far as what's actually happening on the field, the Rangers again had their first series against the Phillies this week, which does mean Adolis Garcia against the Rangers for the first.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. So he might be either pimping a ton of home runs or just swinging at everything and striking out really fast. We'll see.
I accept any pimping he does.
I think the best thing he could do is just work a bunch of walks. That would piss everyone off here.
No, that would be good. I think I want to see him. I want to see him strike out a couple times, but I kind of want to see him get one, maybe in a blowout.
If he laid down a bunt and ran it out, oh my god.
No, I don't feel like we're gonna have to worry about that. But I do think there's a potential the Phillies get a really good bounce back year from Adolis, and I'm gonna root for it. Outside of these 3-4 games, what is it?
I think it's 3. Yeah. Yeah. So the rotation, as good as it was last year, I think it could be better this year. No more Jacob Latz experiment.
I think Latz is on that roster though.
I think he's in the 5 though.
No. Yeah, Latz and Wynn are still a part of this thing though.
Latz will probably have to find a role as either like a long reliever or I don't know, maybe just a regular reliever. But I like where it's at.
Who the fuck is the closer?
Garcia.
Oh, Robert Garcia. We're happy about it. We're good with it.
I think that's the play, unless it's such a finicky thing. It's kind of like a kicker in the NFL, except you have like 10 guys who are there that can all kind of do it.
Yeah, but you need the guy. There's an aura about it. There's a routine about it. Baseball guys love their routine.
Yeah, and you get just like with quarterbacks, you get spoiled by seeing like you see Mariano Rivera, and you're like, oh, well, why isn't everybody just always have a guy who can pitch for 20 years perfectly?
And I would say that Robert Garcia has the most pitching aura of anybody on our roster because just think about what that means though. Okay, this isn't statistics. This isn't logic. This is the fact that Robert Garcia is like a big Roger Clemens built dude, and he kind of just throws those fireballs, man. Like that's aesthetically pleasing to the casual.
I like Kumar Rocker because sometimes he just looks really angry when he throws.
That's fair. Okay, I don't hate that.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like I think there's like a comic book build to Robert Garcia that makes you want to see it.
A big man.
Because he looks like he benches a lot.
What else is it? What else you doing? He only has to work once every 5 days. I'm just kidding.
Well, now he'll have to work all. Yeah, no.
I'm sorry.
Now Robert will have to work. So,
but yeah, I'm excited. We'll see. I think that the team wasn't terrible last year. They just couldn't hit for shit. So if they can even mildly improve that, then they should be competing for a playoff spot, which is always fun.
And it is pitching teams are kind of lame and boring, but it is interesting if they do it.
I've had 30 years of this guy can hit 50 home runs, but lose about 97 games.
Yeah, I know. I'm interested. I think that's the best part is Mackenzie Gore kind of makes up for this boring off season.
great addition. Yeah, I think that might. Did I have anything else written down here that I wanted to pretend to talk about? Best rotation in baseball, expectations, kind of hit both of those.
Skip.
Yeah, Skip Schumacher.
Yep.
Let's see.
Skip.
Former National League Manager of the Year for one of the worst organizations in sports. So it's not surprising that they didn't want to keep him. This is the Florida Marlins, Miami Marlins, whatever the hell they call themselves now. They're the franchise that, if anyone doesn't know, they won a World Series in like year 3 of existing and then just sold off the entire team. And then 6 years later, they won again and then sold off the entire team.
And they are now partly responsible for the reason Pablo Torre has a fun little podcast.
That's true.
It was Rich Guy Only Fans, as he calls it.
And the further evolution being that A-Rod came in, traded their best player to the Yankees, and then ran them into the ground.
I mean, Jeter.
Ran.
Not to protect the legacy of A-Rod, but I feel like that one, A-Rod seems to be a decent owner.
The older I get, the more I'm like, I'm not that mad at A-Rod.
Yeah, I mean, it was just weird because we had to pay him to win a World Series, and I think that was just an annoying thing.
Look,
but, it made sense. The Rangers were just this really goofy-looking brand that, like, George W. Bush was trying to push really hard for a while there, and
he'd been gone for a while at that point, but
that's like who the Rangers were in the national memory at that point.
We were just coming off of popping off at the end of the 90s. They were winning the division 3 or 4 years.
Baseball people knew that, but like I think the Texas Rangers weren't even a national thing until
I think Ryan definitely put us on the map.
Oh, I guess that's still pre-ESPN, but you're right.
Again, probably mostly just baseball people.
Yeah, I think you're right though. Nolan Ryan is still a big part of all.
He probably broke through for at least a little bit.
Who?
When Nolan Ryan beat up Robin Ventura.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely helped. Actually, yeah, that's definitely still because that's that's basically
mattered.
Core identity of the franchise.
Yep. So that's fun. We got about 200 days of baseball coming up, and I'm ready for it. The Rangers. I don't know. Did we guys? The Rangers did add the season pass option or whatever, like the standing room only pass for you can buy one for all year for like $250 or one for like each month at $50 a pop.
I don't hate it.
No, it's great.
$250 isn't bad.
It's I think I first heard you guys the story about the Rockies doing it, which it would make a lot more sense there because it's an open air and they have a ton of room where you can still watch the game. The Rangers one's going to be tough because you're like at those like eating rails, I guess.
I disagree though. I think for the big games, for the Yankees, for the Dodgers, for big divisional games, you're right, dead on. But I think for most of the games, like remember one time when we saw you
down at some point, yeah,
like it was easy for us to just go down to your level, sit there. You have like that standing top bar that you can kind of stand at, watch. You see the field very well from that vantage point. I think if you were to live in Arlington, especially, or if you were to live very close to the stadium, I think it's a really great deal because you probably would you get a lot of use out of that, and you would probably have less games where you have to go sit in the second or third tier in some looking like crazy from. I mean, I'm sure they have more of them.
I'm guessing the idea was pitched as think of all the extra parking we can sell.
I'm sure the ones that are the most coveted are the home run ish ones. I think they're too far for anyone to actually hit a home run, but the ones that are it's like a little patch of grass out in the outfield area has incredible. If you ever go to see a concert there, you should go back there. It's where they sell a lot of the food and stuff. If the opener is playing, you should listen to the music from back there. It sounds terrifying. It's the acoustic because the acoustics aren't real. It sounds like it sounds like you're tripping on acid a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool, but it's also scary a little bit.
I try it while tripping on acid.
I don't know if I recommend that. It was kind of it really confused the shit out of us until we walked around and got level to the stage, and you could hear that it was just like a punk band playing.
Yeah, like compressed and turned and morphed into the corner. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're following us, we'll have a weekly just check in with the Rangers. Probably won't be doing anything too heavy unless something pops off, but it's that time of year. The Stars are like 15 games away from the playoffs. They're looking really good. They've blown a couple dumb ones, but it happens.
Well, it doesn't matter. They can't get the first seed anyway, right?
They actually had a chance to. They lost to the Avalanche last week, and that was their basically last opportunity to probably get back. Unless the Avalanche happen to lose like 3 or 4 in a row in the last 10, that'd be sweet. But yeah, so I think with that, it means it's time to do the thing where I hit this button.
Oh, that button. It is kind of sneaky hidden.
Yeah. No preview. So it just looks like a gray square.
Yeah, exactly. Let's start with the divisional shit. Can you put the divisional up? We're doing the Pacific today.
Totally can. So we just have to do real quick like a funny thing.
This is technically a team in the Pacific. Oh, hello everyone. All right, welcome to the Pacific. This isn't going to take long. The Sacramento Kings have a lot of red there. It's not good. They've lost a lot of games. They're not good. The rest of these teams are technically still alive and in the play-in. Golden State Warriors are also basically super injured and not very good right now. Curry might not play again. Butler's not going to play again. Moody's not going to play again. He just blew his knee out playing the Mavericks the other night. Kristaps Porzingis is on that roster and playing, which is interesting to watch, but again, gives me no confidence in the Golden State Warriors. Another waste of a Curry year, but hey, you got rid of Jonathan Kuminga. The Suns were kind of a fun story, and now they just look like they're probably going to like make someone really take them out in 6 games if they make the playoffs. I think they're in the play-in still at this point. Clippers, all things considered, doing pretty all right. Kawhi Leonard is a god tier level player. We know this. Unfortunately, his contract might get voided by the end of the season. And then the Los Angeles Lakers, and you can take all this off because at this point I don't think it matters. Even though I see how Patrick just finally found a way to pop himself in,
barely in there.
We can sit on this a little bit with everybody else. I think for the Suns, it's a scrappy team that helps you get back from a bad super team year. So from a new ownership perspective, from a fan perspective, I think it's been a really successful season for them. But they look like they're stuck in the mid-house a little bit right now. But I guess the way they have their draft picks, they're just in a weird team-building position. But you got to respect the job they've done this season.
They could call first-round trouble, maybe.
Yeah, I think they will. Yeah, and they might even upset a team that's playing lazy. The Kings are funny to me, man. Russell Westbrook. He actually, I think he's a little injured right now. Whatever. At this point, it's 10 games to go for the most part. Everybody's just trying to get through the Kings season. Fans, players, ownership, coaches, all of it. There's nobody involved in the Sacramento project that's trying to have that go any longer than it has. Yeah. All right. So then we can go back to the normal screen here for a second, because the Lakers we can sit on for a second. I would say at this point.
Oh man, sorry.
No, you're good. I would say they're the most interesting part about this division. Not that the Clippers don't deserve some recognition here. They may be playing their way out. Who knows what the end of the Clippers journey looks like here. But this has been a fun year. Skinny Luka is back. Yes, there's a lot of drama surrounding the Luka Doncic story this go around again. But
I heard someone, they said this as a joke, but I'm kind of serious. Can he sue Nico for damages for the custody battle he's in right now?
Interesting conversation. I don't believe so, but that is an interesting conversation. Yeah, I don't want to get too far into the weeds on that, but yeah, it definitely seems like we have TMZ is reporting that maybe that is playing a larger role than anything else.
I mean, they were actively building a house in Dallas, and she never went to LA. So either something happened right then, or she just really didn't want to go out there.
Yeah, no, I believe it would be further, I guess, as well, right? Like you're talking about another 3 hours basically every time you fly.
Or when you're trying to talk to your family.
Yeah. It's interesting for Luka and what that means for the future of his career. I will say that. That's the only point I find to just because
It's coming back.
it's funny because Los Angeles is supposed to be the place that all these players want to go and everybody, and it's the dream destination.
Yeah, when it was an American-run league, maybe that was the case.
But it is interesting having this guy, and I think for the most part, there's a lot about being a Laker and being in Los Angeles that he likes a lot.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he personally loves it.
Well, like even just the beach, right? Like,
Was he with Real Madrid or was he with Barcelona? Whichever, like,
and before that, like, remember you're living in Slovenia and your dad is fairly well off, and so you're always kind of on the coast and in the ocean and stuff. So I think there's a lot about Los Angeles that has spoken positively to Luka, and it's why he's playing so well. But I do think that it's unfortunate how much it's taken away from whatever they were building as far as the family dynamic goes. That's pretty crazy that it's gotten to this point. But we'll see how that goes. It's just something you don't want to speculate on either.
right.
But Lakers are playing great. Austin Reeves is in line for a big payday. LeBron James is role player LeBron, more than officially now. It was already kind of official after the Luka trade, but it's really this year it's been role player LeBron. After he lost the 10 points thing, I think that was really passing out of that game to hit the winner. I think that kind of sealed the role player LeBron. New starting lineup with Marcus Smart coming in, giving you sort of these three guards with LeBron at the 4 and Ayton at the 5.
Is it rare for guys to play for both Boston and LA in their career?
Rondo's got rings with both.
Yeah.
But no, actually, that's actually how the Lakers got started realistically. They were run in a large part by one of the former Celtics greats. Forget his name at this point. One of the retired jerseys. But yeah, they're a good team. They're, speaking of Caucasian teams, they're definitely meeting that bill. But and it does, not to just make the joke of it, but it does actually make me wonder about their defense. They've been playing really well. Had a goofy game where they lost to Detroit without Cade Cunningham. It looked like defensively there's just a lot to desire with these 5. You have Marcus Smart with the energy, former defensive player of the year status. But then you have LeBron, who's sort of load managing, but he's playing harder now that the season's wrapping up and this team looks like a real team. But he's going to load manage until this thing is real basketball to him. Ayton is trying his hardest to be a grinded out player, but there's still just so much to learn in that department for him. And then Reeves and Luka, again, not to just, be a jackass. I think they're limited defensively in real ways. And even though they're both incredible scorers, it's not, it's not something you have to cover up a lot. Jake LaRavia has been pretty good. Rui's obviously big coming off the bench. You have Luke Kennard, who's been shooting well. And then you have Jackson Hayes and Vanderbilt, who kind of come in to make this team a little more defensive savvy. I'm like 90% sure this is a really good team that probably makes the Western Conference Finals, maybe even the finals, depending on if anything happens to OKC or the Spurs. But it doesn't actually feel like they have any sort of answer to those rosters at this point. I think there would probably need to be some form of youth, injury, whatever, that would kind of edge the Lakers in that regard. They can score with you. If you let them get in a scoring match, you're going to probably lose. But otherwise, I do have a lot of hesitation because I think they didn't really, and I don't think they answered the LeBron future thing. And I don't know that he has an answer for that. And it also makes the the roster just feel a little more dysfunctional than it needs to, trying to win a championship allegedly. We'll see. And then there's always this weird part where maybe this is the last we ever see of LeBron, and we don't really know that. So that's kind of interesting.
I mean, that would be despite already being 35 years old, that would be the real like end of my youth.
Yeah, I mean that would be a real change for sure. Like
he was a big one, obviously, but
he's made it last a while. I really think he could still play for multiple years if he chose
to. Yeah.
And it does make me wonder if he wants to just do role player LeBron for the Lakers, where he takes like a reasonable salary and then he just kind of
that's the problem.
Plays when he wants to. I don't think that I don't know why it wouldn't. I think Cleveland or Los Angeles he probably would do that with. I don't know why he wouldn't at this point. But
would the NFLPA let him?
The NBA PA? Oh,
NBA PA. Goddamn.
I don't think that would matter either. I mean, you could argue that is his market. I mean, I don't like as far as if he was to hit the open NBA market, I think that he's probably only, in that role player, like a high paid role player. Like it's not going to be vet minimum bullshit. But I don't think that you would have to offer 60 to 70, which is what I think most of these guys are averaging now, the big ones. But yeah, so that's it for them. There was some league news to talk about. There was a vote about possibly voting.
To confirm what we were saying earlier, Don Chaney was the one who went from 70s Celtics to 60s Celtics.
Yeah.
Whatever. To the Lakers.
Yeah. So yeah, that's part of it. The vote is fine. It's a vote to vote. Basically, they're just going to formally let Seattle and Vegas pitch and have actual owners or potential investors.
Yeah, they're starting the bidding basically, right?
Magic Johnson seems to be the lead candidate for Vegas.
Poor Vegas.
Yeah. Seattle's really cool. That'll be fun. I might even want to be a Sonics fan when that happens, just because it's like, damn, didn't think you guys were ever actually coming back. Still might not. Adam Silver did talk about how there's still some open nose in the room.
If the Spurs trade Wemby to the Lakers, I'll go be a Sonics fan.
Nico. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I mean, look, the expansion is going to happen or it's not. I think the more interesting news that came out was another vote that we know is going to happen in May. And this is over the lottery changes. And the exact quote from Mr. Silver himself was completely different than they are now. That was how they're going to be completely whatever you knew about the lottery.
He said we're going to fix it. Full stop. Talking about tanking at least.
Yeah. And he also doubled down on the games played rule isn't stupid, even though it is. It is stupid.
It is weird that it's not like a minutes.
He's like, Stephen A. Smith isn't talking about load management as much, and that's why I'm right.
The minutes things would make way more sense, right?
I think I'm fine with minutes. I'm open to amending it, but to just say it's successful is kind of telling me to go fuck myself.
Well, I think what he said, if I saw the direct quote, was it's too early to say it's not working.
All right, whatever, lawyers speak.
I mean, but
I get what he's saying, but it actually is early enough for me to say this is stupid, because I've seen multiple cases where I just don't think that he has the same sort of brain about the history of the NBA like this. I'm sure he's a fan. I'm sure he's not just a suit. Like, I'm not saying that all of it's a lie. He's worked his whole life in this league. I get it. But at the same time, I don't think that he quite thinks about it from that's like, would he ever want to go back and see a third team made from all the NBA before there was an NBA third team? Now we have this weird, there's just all these little asterisks that are already a part of record keeping in sports, and that's fine. But ultimately, I just think he's got to chill on that one. Like, he's got to fix this now. He's got to let them have some more reasonable mark, because now we have a situation where Cade Cunningham has played most of the season, but now we have an injury and he's not going to be eligible to be maybe the MVP, which he could have been. Maybe he wouldn't have been, but still,
I think the All NBA part is the big part.
Yeah, it's massive. Especially, I don't understand for the contracts of these guys. Like, that's where it's got to piss them off the most, where like that's actually a part of the terms.
I think there are maybe some guys like maybe the Spurs would have rested Wemby a little more if they were
I would, and I actually do believe that, and maybe that's where Adam Silver's like, haha, I'm right. And I'm like, well, okay, but what are we going to get, less years of Wembanyama? Like, every player has to be like taken care of in a different manner. Everybody is different, literally, in that regard. So that part, and
you have a bigger, faster, stronger version of the game than you ever had. You might need to adjust some things for that.
Yeah, man, you gotta and I think load management is fine. I think there was better ways, like with injury reporting, that they had to fix anyway because of the fucking gambling thing. Like they already had to do that. So
back to DNP old.
Yeah, I mean, they had changes they could have made before going as radical as the games played.
About the most infamous Spurs sitting people one wasn't because he wasn't even load managing. He was just doing it to do it on national television to make the league mad.
Yeah, and that's where I get it. Like back when Mark Cuban used to get those, they were taunting you. That's fair. Be reactionary. But also in those situations, they were being taunted about things they needed to change.
Yeah.
So again, if you don't want to be taunted, then fix the issue. And Adam thinks he did for one, but I don't know that he did.
Do dynamic pricing. You can't buy a ticket before the game. Dynamic pricing at the gate based on who's playing that day.
No, you have to get into a pickup game tournament to watch a basketball game. Yeah. And then the lottery system is not going to be a lottery system. You're going to have to play a tournament.
You have to play a game. You have to do a VR 2K game.
Well, no, you thought the regular season was meant to organize the playoffs, but no. That is to organize the tournament to organize the playoff tournament. Yeah. Adam Silver's NBA.
Beautiful.
We didn't do standings incomplete, but actually there's one funny thing about the standings. Only one team has been eliminated since last we talked, I believe. The New Orleans Pelicans.
Mavericks were eliminated this week.
I don't believe the Mavs are officially eliminated yet.
They did it. For some reason, Memphis isn't, but everyone else.
Oh, you're right. I did need to add the Mavs one. I didn't add the Mavs one. But Memphis isn't because I guess somehow they could still pass Golden State. Technically. Golden State sucks. They're not going to go anywhere. East is going to be fun. East is already decided too. So basically, you don't even need the whole lottery losers. They're already decided. 1 and 2 is basically decided for the West. 1 is decided for the East. And yeah, I mean, look, we'll talk more about it next week when this thing is more officially finalized. But only thing happening is just the East. There is from Toronto down to Miami. There's a big fight for positioning. So any of those teams could go from as high as 5th to all the way to 10th within a game or two. So 10 games left.
Impressive no blinking there, Patrick.
A lot of staring. It's okay. I can't see. It's fine.
Right. Well, I think that's pretty much it. We'll do more fun with that because the playoffs are actually coming. They'll be here. We'll talk about the play-in, dude. We have to do a whole 4 hours about the play-in. Charlotte Hornets.
Texas had to be in the play-in in the March Madness tournament this year.
And look at them grinding. Just like the Charlotte Hornets, the 2026 NBA champion Charlotte Hornets.
Doubtful. Right. I think with that, we will go ahead and wrap it up this week.
LaMelo balls.
Things are about to really start heating up in basketball and hockey with baseball starting. So this is kind of our last little chance to cool down and kick it around before we really get into gears over the upcoming week. So if you guys are ready, It's already over 90 degrees in Texas. It's about to be hot everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And with that,
Yeehaw.
bye.
I'm confident every day, to be honest.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
You appreciate his compliment?
Say again?
You appreciate TJ's words for it?
Sure, for so that's my guy.